I am not a PhD. I am not a manufacturing representative. I'm sure both the PhDs and the manufacturing representatives are really happy that I am not a regulator. I'm a person with type 2 diabetes. I'm a parent of 2 teenagers with type 1 diabetes. So like Christelle and Caitlin, my interest in safety is anything but academic. People with diabetes don't need to be told that our diabetes may vary. We know that. We live it, we accept it. We seek not perfection, but simply acceptable. We need help. We need the FDA to use its enforcement powers to protect us from the unacceptable. We might need to measure what the unacceptable is. I know the FDA can use their powers for good. Since the beginning of August, FDA has issued 39 recalls, mostly for food products. For example, cilantro was recalled in the Midwest a few weeks ago because it could potentially, I'm going to quote the FDA recall here, cause serious and sometimes fatal infections. When it's put that way, I'm pretty happy it wasn't on my nachos. None of those 39 recalls appear to be related to diabetes. I want that same level of safety and protection enforcement for my kids and the millions of other Americans who calculate multiple daily insulin doses with a glucose meter. Substandard accuracy can cause serious and sometimes fatal injections. People living with diabetes don't care who identifies inaccurate testing systems. What matters to us is that the FDA enforces accuracy. I know the FDA has superpowers. Last Thursday, the agency sent this email out, and it tells the story of 21 individual candy bars that were potentially tainted by a manufacturer in New Zealand. And the FDA tracked down each and every one of those 21 candy bars and kept them safe from all of us Americans. So they have superpowers. If they need resources to use those superpowers to protect my kids, I'm perfectly happy to go down the hill and scream and holler and make a lot of noise about it, if that would help. It's clear from the meeting in May and today that there's a problem. We know that there are devices that are as unsafe as tainted cilantro. We need to get them off the market. It's not acceptable to fail. I have 2 kids with type 1, 2 teens. Who's got teens? Come on, let's have a raise hand. Who's got teens? How easy is it to get them up in the morning? Not easy at all. So here's why glucose accuracy matters to me. I want to know that my kids will get up in the morning. That the insulin they took the night before was the proper amount and they don't die in bed, and that happens all too often in this country. We need to treat inaccurate meters the same way we treat candy bars and cilantro. Get it off the market. This is a great tool to help us do that. It was clear from the panel discussion before that this is just the first step. It's going to need to be mandatory. I'm not interested in some kind of inside the beltway, cover your, sorry Larry, talking point. I want to protect my kids, hundreds of thousands of other teenagers with type 1 diabetes. 85% of the people with type 1 diabetes in this country aren't cute little kids on JDRF posters. They're adults. They need protection too. This is a great step towards that. So my only comment is there was one group very clearly missing from your advisory board, and that's loudmouth, obnoxious patients like me.